Hello, everyone. Greetings. Jerry here in the middle of my forest. It's 6:15 this evening on Saturday, and I had to put the microphone necklace on because the neighbor kids are out on the lake. It's been extremely gloomy and doomy the last week. The last time you guys saw me on here was early last week, and I was in the sun for a little bit because what has been going on here now is the sun comes up, say on Monday, and then it's down for the rest of the week. Then it's nothing but clouds and overcast, and so it's been not a lot of vitamin D I am not getting lately, but it is what it is. 67 days post op from my spine surgery, and I'm feeling better. Like I had told you guys, I am doing the weaning off of my back brace. So 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, evening, I am off of it. So right now, this is an off time for me. From 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, I'm going to be off, and then I'm going to put the brace back on. But I'm really looking forward to July 1st because it is halfway to the end of the year. And of course, I have big goals, and I'll be announcing them soon. I'm coming up with a protocol for myself, if you will, some type of I don't know, challenge, let's call it, that I've got to get down. Well, I don't have to, but I'd like to get down to Wonderland, down to 199 in 6 months. So it's possible. Now, the good thing, according to my doctors, is the healing looks very good. But for me, and maybe it's just a mental thing for me, I'm not 100%. I still feel achy and painy, and I'm still not driving. Like you guys know, they put the kibosh on the driving. They said no driving for me. Just sitting in the car when Jack drives is a pain in the butt. I'm trying to get comfortable. It's kind of uncomfortable. Getting comfortable is uncomfortable. Yeah. So that's why for Father's Day, we didn't travel down to see the girls to celebrate because going down to Kenosha, that's a 3.5, 4 hour drive. And sometimes just going from my house to get to Mayo in 45 minutes in Eau Claire can be a bit daunting for me insofar as uncomfortability. So it is what it is. Yesterday, the husband and I got into a discussion about dog food, and I have to laugh because on his device he does Facebook, so he gets more commercials, and because I do YouTube and I have the YouTube where I don't get commercials, and I just fling past the commercials on Instagram, for example. So I don't see a lot of those Instagrams or ads, and Lord only knows I spend more than enough money on Amazon. I'd like to say that my spending has decreased considerably, but the Amazon guy still comes here 3, 4 times a week sometimes. What you gonna do? So, Jack was looking at these commercials that come across his scroll on stories or his Facebook page, and he saw Ceasar Milan, and Ceasar Milan is selling dog food. So, of course, there's a big pitch to listening to the commercial. I was listening to it, I'm paying close attention to it, and I'm hearing a bit of Dr. Chafee and a bit of Dr. Baker and a bit of Dr. Berry, all in Ceasar Milan's vernacular, in his speech, talking about dogs and what dogs eat and what's required. And it reminded me of the Maria Emmerich story where she had her dog. She took her dog into the vet, and the vet asked her what she's feeding the dog. So dogs, canines. I'm only speaking about canines because, not that I'm anti-cat, because we have Ladybug, our German Shepherd, and we have lost 3 dogs due to cancer. We do rescue animals, we rescue mainly German Shepherds. So 3 of our German Shepherds have died because of cancer. So the last one that had an untimely death, it wasn't because of cancer. It was because our female that we got from a shelter in Racine County, she had cancer. So we had to take her to extreme measures to have her shoulder cut off. And she came home, and if we even had 3 weeks out of her, she was in horrific pain. It should have never been done, because when we took her to the emergency doctor here in Eau Claire, they put her on the x-ray, and of course she just like lit up. She was loaded with cancer on the inside. But of course the Madison Hospital didn't tell us these things, because that was $15,000 that they would be remiss if we would have never got there. So it's pricey. We had to call and fly in a specialist. The dog died because of cancer, but she should have never had her arm cut off. We should have made her as comfortable as we possibly could for the last of her days or weeks here at the house. But her sister, Ladybug, won, because that was the name of our last German Shepherd, Ladybug also. She died of a broken heart. All of a sudden, it was within 2 weeks of Fred, the female, Fred, my husband named her. Frida was her name from Racine Shelter where we got her. Fred dying triggered something in our first Ladybug, that she just died, and died of a broken heart. It did happen to my mother's dog too. We gave my mother a Rottweiler, and the Rottweiler died within 5 days of my mother dying too. So it's a thing. At least I know it's happened twice in my lifetime. But Ceasar Milan was speaking with veterinarians and other people about the fact that dogs are having a higher risk of cancer, as is people. How you feed your dog. The last Ladybug, she was doing real well. As a matter of fact, I used to call her my keto dog, because she liked, I got food from a farm mailed to me, frozen legs. She loved it, frozen duck legs and turkey necks and you name it, liver, heart. She just loved it all. She was my keto dog. This one, not so much, but we do buy her good food, and the last dry dog food we purchased for her, we have for her right now, is the ketogenic dog food, because it doesn't have a lot of the garbage and crap foods built into that food, into the pellets. They're very small pellets. So for example, what she ingests, what goes in, comes out. She doesn't eat a lot because it's nutritionally packed. It's packed with powerful protein. So therefore, she doesn't poop a lot. So she poops less, because she's eating more nutritionally sound, packed with protein food. So this Ceasar Milan dog food, I'll let you know what happens when we get it. It is 16 ounces for $39.99. But you get a discount the more, of course, that you buy. So Jack bought more. I don't know what he paid for it, because I don't even want to ask. I'd rather, when Jack is, say, for example, at the table and he has a little bit of his cupcake, he wants to feed it to the dog, I'd rather her not get any sugar whatsoever. I'd rather Jack not get any sugar whatsoever. So I'll let you know what happens when we get this new Ceasar Milan, dehydrated, freeze-dried, all the vitamins and even vegetables. It's got spinach and kale in it. Ugh. I know from previous dog food that I bought her frozen, she just lick around the kale and the spinach. She didn't want it. Or she did like sweet potatoes, and she does like pumpkin, which is good for dogs, supposedly. So there you go. There you have it. I just wish that people would listen to as intently to what Caesar Milan and the vets are saying about this dog food and put it into their own practice of their own life and into their own diet. Just saying. I think the pet industry is humongous. We spend a lot on our pet, but that's okay. I want to give her the best of everything. I have zero qualms with giving her the QVC grass-fed burgers that I get from QVC, or the salmon that comes from Alaska, the salmon meat or the salmon skin. She loves it both. I get salmon burgers also sent, and she loves getting a salmon burger. Loves it, and that's okay. It's got the good omega 6s that she needs for her digestion and she needs for her coat. So I'm a big advocate in healthy, happy dogs. So that's it, guys. There you have it. There's my little rant on dog food and feeding them right. Have a wonderful evening. I hope to talk to you guys tomorrow. Just trying to come up with a different topic for tomorrow. Toodles.